Jai. Jai.
Krishna
Jai. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Vansha Kalpataru Bhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Tvishe Nama Ajanulambita Bhujo Kanakavadato Samkirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambaro Dvijavaro Yugadharma Palo Bande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Suruto Pangor Mama Mandamater Gati Matsarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha Srimad Ratnagara Singhashanishto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishta Libhi Sevyamano Smarami Srimad Rasarasarambhi Vamshivata Tatakstitaha Karshan Venu Swanair Gopir Gopinata Shriyestunaha Vrindai Tulsi Debbai Priyai Keshavasyacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Bhaktya Vihina Aparadha Lakshai Kshiptascha Kamadi Taranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Brinde Numaste Charanarabindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. First of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa, Ashtatarasata Sri Srila, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Siksha Gurudevs, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then I'm offering my Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of all of my Sri Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga, and especially to the lotus feet of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojan Tattva Acharya, the author of Sri Vilapa-kusumanjali. And then I'm offering my Dandavat Pranams to all of the Vaishnavas and to all of the Vaishnavis. So, we are now coming to verse 27 today, and in the end of the previous shloka commentary of Srila Gurudev, to the verse 26, Hanta Devi Tilakasya Samantad Bindavo Aruna Sugandhi Rasena Krishna Madaka Mahoshadhi Mukhya Dira Hastam Ihakim Parikalpya. O Devi, when with a steady hand will I artistically decorate you with the aromatic red dots that are the most powerful aphrodisiac to maddened Krishna. We wondered about their usage of that word, because it says Mahoshadi. Mahoshadi means, Oshadi means like a herbal potion. Maha, great herbal potion that will make Krishna completely Madaka. Krishna Madaka means Krishna completely driven mad with desire to madden Krishna. So Tulsi Manjari, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, is praying, when with a steady hand will I artistically decorate you with aromatic red dots that are the most powerful aphrodisiac to madden Krishna. And there was quite a discussion about how Krishna reappeared after the gopis sang Gopi Geet. And there he spoke his statement that he never spoke, never will speak to any other devotees, any other group of devotees. And what was that? That I cannot repay. Napadayeham. Napadayeham niravadya samyuja. I'm always grateful to you because they were accusing Krishna of being ungrateful. But he's telling them in this verse, I'm always grateful to you. And even if I will have a long life like Brahma or Shankar, I will not be able to repay you, who have left everything for me. So, be pleased with me. That will be the best thing. That's how Gurudev paraphrases their shloka. So, and then Gurudev explained, because Krishna had told the gopis that actually I wanted to highlight you as the supreme example for devotees all over the world. So I wanted to show that there are no devotees like you, O gopis. You have so much happiness in meeting, and in separation, you feel so much separation that no one can reach to that point. To show this was the main thing when I disappeared from you. To show that, to exhibit. You should know that you are the beloved, and I'm the lover, and I'm the beloved, and you are the lover. So in both ways, it is reciprocal. Don't think that I had any bad intentions. So then Gurudev was explaining that Krishna does like this to increase eagerness. This is not something that he does just once in his leelas, as he did with the gopis, but he does it with all devotees. He puts all devotees through so many circumstances to increase our eagerness. Gurudev is telling like that. And then he told the whole story about how Narada had the darshan of Lord Narayan. But then it disappeared. And Narada became desperate to again have that darshan. And again he tried to sit and meditate when he was a boy, when he left home. That story in the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam. He's telling his story to Vyasadeva about his previous life. How he was the son of a maidservant and how the great sages came. And by their association, by taking the remnants of their Mahaprasad, that was the cause. We know Gurudev has said who those sages were. Sometimes he would say there were 4 sages. And he said that, the 4 Kumaras came in disguise as these sages. So here, Gurudev makes it very nice how he puts this. You know the sloka, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhya. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhya. Namedhaya na Pahuna Shrutena. This is from the Katha Upanishad. So, no one can know that Atma, that Supreme Paramatma, Param Brahma. He cannot be known. And there it says, by what methods? They're listing which methods are not sufficient to know him. It says, cannot be known by any amount of discourses. Pravachan, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhya, Na Medhaya, cannot be known by intelligence. Bahuna Shrutena, or by study of so many Shrutis and scriptures, or by hearing. No. How can he be known? Only one way. not by your effort, right? Even if we're trying in very excellent way and endeavoring. But he's not subject to our attempt to know him. So how can he be known? Yam evaisha vrinute tena labhyas tasyaisha atma vivrinute tanum swam. That means when he reveals his own transcendental form by his own mercy. And who does he do that to? To one whom he himself will accept. That's the qualification. If he accepts you, then he can reveal himself. So, Gurudev is saying that in this shloka, he is telling that no one can know him by reading and studying the Vedas and other books. Also reading Srimad Bhagavatam will not do. Namedhaya, or by great intelligence. We cannot know him. Bahuna Shrutena, by studying Shruti, Veda, all other scripture, we cannot know him. Only when Krishna enters our name in his register of Kripa Patra, objects of mercy, then we can know him. And how does he do that? Here's the key. How does Krishna do that? Make you a Kripa Patra, object of his mercy, by gradually increasing the eagerness of that bhakta. A Kanishta bhakta is satisfied by doing worship of Radha and Krishna, of Ram, and so forth. But a Madhyam bhakta will not be satisfied by only worshipping Sri Vigraha. He will like to hear more of the pastimes of Krishna and chant Krishna's name and have the association with a Rasik Bhakta. And when there is eagerness, the standard of bhakti becomes higher. Only this eagerness can make a sadhak jeev advance to the Madhyam Adhikari platform. Only this eagerness. And then he can go to Madhyam Kanishta Adhikari, then Madhyam Adhikari, and Madhyam Uttam Adhikari, and then he can come to Uttam Kanishta, then Uttam Madhyam, and then Uttam. This Uttam will have bhav, Shuddha Sattva in his heart. And then he will get prem, and then he can enter into the realm of this Rag Anuga Bhajan, as Tulsi Manjari or Rati Manjari is desiring. Thus, eagerness has to be there. So that's such an important point. And Gurudev has been stressing this point by also previously quoting the third shloka of the Upadeshamrita, the 6 favorable qualities. And the first one is Utsaha. So from that, from eagerness meaning enthusiasm, Utsaha, eagerness, enthusiasm, only by that we advance. So, Raghunath Das Goswami is saying that this tilak and these red dots, they are a mahaushadhi to catch the mad elephant of Krishna. Krishna is bahunishta, and the gopis are ekanishta. So what does that mean? We're reviewing. for those who were here yesterday. Bahu Nishta.
Bahu Nishta means that he has many objects of affection.
Mm-hmm.
But the gopis, Ekanishta, means that they are one-pointed only to Krishna.
Yes. So, Krishna is Bahunishta and the gopis are Ekanishta. He wants to love so many gopis. Not only gopis, but also his father, mother, friends, and the devotees of Dwarka, the devotees of Ayodhya, devotees of this world. Krishna wants to love all. There are so many devotees, and Krishna does not want to leave any of them. And Krishna is bound to love everyone and have duties towards them. He is there in every soul as Paramatma. Whether the person is a non-devotee or a demon, he's there as Paramatma. But the gopis have no duties to others than Krishna. They have given everything for one Krishna. So the gopis are Ekanishta. They have Nishta in one. They have Prem in one. But Krishna has love in so many places. So Krishna can go here and there, but here Tulsi Manjari is thinking that if I'll paint these fragrant dots here, on Srimati Radhika's forehead, Krishna will be tightened there, and he will never go to any other gopi. That's her meditation. She is very skillful. Tulsi Manjari is very skillful and patient. She is, Raghunath Das Goswami is praying in the mood of Tulsi Manjari, when will I do this service to you? So that the Krishna elephant will never go to other places. The Krishna elephant. He will be tightened with that thing. He will come to you only, O Radhe. And seeing this, we will be very pleased. What will we be very pleased by? Seeing that Krishna has been captured and tied up, and he can't go anywhere else. That's their strongest desire of all the Sakhis who are with Radhika, but especially of the Manjaris. So Tulsi Manjari is painting the dots around Radhika's tilak and telling Radhika all these things. They don't just do theirs, they are also inspiring Radhika by speaking Katha, that by painting these dots, the Krishna elephant will be tightened and captured by you. And then Radhika is hearing, and she's so pleased. Then Radhika asks, oh, where's your mirror? I want to see this. Then seeing it, she becomes very pleased. Oh, you have done so good. I think that the elephant surely will be tied by this. So this is the hidden meaning of this verse, 26. Now, moving on to verse 27. Goshtendra putra madachitta karindra raja bandhaya pushpa dhanusha kila bandha rajo kim karnayos tava varoru varavatamsa yugmena bhushanamaham sukita karishye. O beautiful one, when will I happily decorate your ears with beautiful earrings, which are Cupid's 2 ropes for binding the heart of the regal mad elephant, the prince of Braj. What is he talking about? The earrings. And what are the earrings? 2 ropes of who? Cupid, for binding the heart of the regal mad elephant, the Prince of Braj. So we can repeat. Goshtendra, Putra, Mada, Chitta, Karindra, Raja, Bandhaya, Pushpa, Danusha, Kila, Bandha, Rajo, Kim, Karnayos, Tava, Varoru, Varavatamsa, Yugmena, Bhushanam, Aham, Sukhita, Karishye. O beautiful one, when will I happily decorate your ears with beautiful earrings, which are Cupid's two ropes, for binding the heart of the regal mad elephant, the Prince of Braj. So Gurudev's first subtitle is Binding the Heart of the Mad Elephant King. We have already described how Srimati Radhika returns home with her Sakhis and falls asleep. When Mukkara, Purnamasi, and all others come, she wakes up. After all the Sakhis prepare for Srimati Radhika's bath and decoration, after that, the Sakhis, all the Sakhis, prepare for Srimati Radhika's bath and decoration. Also, in Krishna's home, they are, by the order of Yashoda, making the arrangements for bathing Krishna. Someone arrives at Radhika's home and tells Radhika and her friends what is happening at Nanda Bhavan. They don't need internet. So when they finish bathing Radhika, she is dressed and decorated with so many alamkaras, that means ornaments. There are 20 kinds of alamkar and 32 kinds of abharana. Some alamkaras are natural on Radhika's body, like her eyebrows, her eyes, her cheeks, and all the beautiful limbs of her body. Even if Radhika has no ornaments on, yet she is so beautiful. That is called Shobha, beauty. And then Deepti, brilliance, which is more than Shobha. There are so many things. Gurudev. He's speaking to these people and he's giving so, but there's so much more than that. All the Sakhis are under the guidance of Lalita, Vishakha, Chitra, and after them, under the guidance of Rupamanjali and Ratimanjali. So all. And they are all ready to decorate Srimati Radhika. When they are combing Srimati Radhika's hair, one of the Sakhis remembers the pastimes of Krishna combing Srimati's hair. And then Srimati Radhika is sometimes feeling shyness, sometimes laughing, sometimes smiling, and sometimes giving a light, playful punch to her Sakhis. Yeah, she's also doing that. What is she doing? A light, playful punch. You see that in India all the time. So they are all of them, they're smiling, laughing, and joking among themselves. So in the last text, they are making tilak, and they call that tilak kanta mana mohana. Tilak Kanta Manamohana. Which means, what attracts the mind of Krishna? What attracts the mind of Krishna? Tilak Kanta Manamohana. So when he sees her tilak, he is at once attracted to Srimati Radhika. It works like a controlling mantra or like a goad, which is used to control a mad elephant from going here and there, breaking everything. They remember that Krishna wants to do tilak on Srimati Radhika, and very skillfully he is doing it, but Srimati Radhika pushes him away. Who does she push away? Krishna. And she pushes him away. I lost my place. And she says to Krishna, "You are a neophyte painter. You don't know anything." And then she calls Rupamanjari, Ratimanjari, and especially Chitra, and they paint. So after finishing that, they give ornaments. These 20 types of alankar ornaments are divided into 3 categories. 1, those arising from the limbs. They're called angaja. The alankars, the decorations that are arising from the limbs, are called angaja. The second one, those that arise spontaneously, ayatnaja. And 3, those that arise from one's own nature, swabhavaja. So after that, they apply anjana and kajal on the eyes. Raghunath Das Goswami, in his Manjari form as Tulsi Manjari, is seeing this. Lalita is smiling and is giving black anjana. So Vishaka asks her, Lalita, "Why are you smiling?" Because she's smiling as she's giving the anjana. And then Vishaka asks, "Why are you smiling?" "Oh, I'm smiling because even if this is the best part of Radhika's body, we are giving some black thing on it, like a punishment." "Why?" Vishaka asks. Lalita answered, "No, actually this is not a punishment. The eyes are the best part, and this anjana is the same as Krishna's color. Srimati Radhika wants to have Krishna in her eyes, and this is the symbol of Krishna." What's the symbol? Black anjana. "Therefore, we are giving this." So while laughing and making jokes, they are decorating Srimati Radhika. Raghunath Das Goswami is sitting on the bank of Radha Kunda, and this spurti came in tadatma bhav. You know, we've heard this before so many times. What does tadatma mean? Gurudev has told so many times.
Feeling oneness with your object.
Yeah, tadatma. So, Raghunath Das Goswami, he's sitting on the bank of Radha Kunda, and this spurti came in tadatma bhav. He is sitting and chanting, and in his mind he is witnessing Ashtakaliya Leela. He is seeing all the Sakhis are doing the Shringar of Radhika, decoration. Lalita calls Rati Manjari, bring champak flowers and other flowers. I want to decorate Srimati's ears. Then Lalita took some flowers and made ornaments from them. There are 5 kinds of earrings: Tatanka, Kundala, Pushpi, Karnika, and Karna Veshtana. These are also called Avatamsha, which means Karna Bhushana, ear decorations. How many types are there? 5. 5 kinds of earrings. So Lalita made very beautiful Karna Bhushana. Tatankas, they look like palm leaves, and they are of 2 types. That's the next category of earring, Tatanka. Oh, they are of 2 types, and they look like palm leaves. They are either made of multicolored flowers or of the petals of golden ketaki flowers. Tatanka is small on the earlobe. Kundalas, next category, are flower ornaments which resemble peacocks or sea creatures. What's the name of the sea creature? Makara. What?
Oh, I was going to say dolphin.
Yeah, but Makara is like the shape, but it's a sea creature.
Shark.
It's called a mythical sea creature.
Really?
Yeah, but the Makara has that kind of dolphin-like shape, and the kundalas, these flower ornaments which resemble peacocks, they also resemble sea creatures, Makara. They resemble lotuses, half moons, and so forth. Pushpi, the next category, are made by stringing together 4 kinds of different colored flowers to form a round shape. They're called pushpi. In the middle also hangs, in proportion, a bunch of gunja berries, hanging from this round-shaped 4 different kinds of flowers. How incredible! All the artistic abilities that they have. So then, Karnika, I think that's the last, there's 2 more categories. Karnika is made by binding yellow flowers all around a lotus pericarp. Pericarp means the whorl, right? In the middle of the lotus. So they are binding yellow flowers all around a lotus pericarp. Bringi flowers and pomegranate flowers are added to the middle. Then comes the last category, Karna Veshtana. They are large, round earrings which cover the whole ear. So Rati Manjari is so pleased to see this scenery, how they are decorating Srimati Radhika. When she was giving this flower on the ear of Srimati Radhika, then Lalita, Vishaka, and all, they began to smile gently, remembering a pastime. Oh, this is the same thing which Krishna does with his own hand. At that time, Srimati Radhika is somewhat falsely angry. She takes the flower and throws it in the face of Krishna. You don't know how to do this. And then Krishna is controlled by Srimati Radhika. Radhika is the Swadhin Bhartrika mood. We hear that again and again, don't we? Svadhin Bhartrika. Bhartrika. She's Svadhin Bhartrika mood. What is that mood? And she is controlling and ordering Krishna, and Krishna is doing what she says. That's the favorite mood of the Manjaris, of Radhika. Svadhin Bhartrika. That's Radhavi no to be Hari. Right? That's the mood. That Krishna has become so immersed in Srimati Radhika that his color turns golden. So that only happens when Srimati Radhika has completely captured Krishna. His heart, his mind, everything. So, the Sakhis are reminding Srimati Radhika of this pastime. And inwardly, she is so pleased. And she is sometimes rebuking them, the Sakhis, and sometimes chastising them. And in so many ways, she is revealing her heart. These earrings are Pushpa Dhanusha. You know what a Dhanusha is? A bow. These earrings are Pushpa Dhanusha Kilabandha Rajo. Here, Pushpa Dhanusha means Kamadev. The words Pushpa Banaya, we know that when we chant Gayatri Mantra. Pushpa Banaya. So those words, Pushpa Banaya and Ananga, in the Kam Gayatri, they mean Krishna. Pushpa Banaya and Ananga. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda. So, the words Pushpa Banaya and Ananga in the Kam Gayatri mean Krishna. But here, Pushpa Dhanusha means Kamadev. Pushpa Dhanusha in the verse. Kamadev is so beautiful, and he has Bandha Rajo. He has some ropes for binding. And who will he bind? Goshtendra Putra. Goshtendra? Who's Goshtendra?
King of Braj.
Who is that? Who's the king of Braj?
Nanda.
Why are you hesitating so long? Goshtendra is Nanda Baba. And Putra means what?
Son.
Yes. So who's that? Krishna. And that's why he's the prince, like in the translation of this shloka. He's not the king, he's the prince. So Nanda Nandan. Nanda Nandan. How is Krishna? Krishna is Madha Chitta Karindra. Here the words Chitta means mind, and Madha Karindra means mad elephant. Madha Karindra. In other words, Krishna's mind is like a mad elephant. And these earrings, they will tie and control him. So beautiful, Gurudev says with an exclamation mark. So beautiful. Especially, it has some relation with eyes and also with the beautiful cheeks. When a kundala dances, then the shadow comes on the cheeks and it looks so beautiful. And seeing the ears, especially with earrings, The mad elephant Krishna is controlled. Lalita and Vishaka and all other Sakis, they are reminding Srimati Radhika of these things, and she becomes so pleased. They also remember when Krishna and Radhika are together, sleeping or playing, Krishna's curly hair gets entangled with Radhika's earrings, and they cannot separate. Because Radhika's earrings are very powerful. That's why they cannot separate. Krishna cannot move. He can't even move. And Radhika cannot move. They are tied together. By what? The earrings and hair. We know, we've heard this before, how in the Nishanta Leela, when they're waking up and that whole pastime, then all the manjaris, they come in with the trays and they're ready to redecorate Radha and Krishna. But one of the main things that they have to do first is disentangle the alankaras with the hair. And they have to do it very, very expertly. So let's see how Gurudev winds up this description here. So these earrings, Radhika's earrings are very powerful. And Krishna cannot move, and Radhika cannot move. They are tied together. And Raghunath Das Goswami is seeing all this and is participating in the pastime, giving the earrings to Lalita to decorate Srimati Radhika. But when he was going to give them to Lalita, there was no Lalita, no Radhika, no Sakis, and he saw that he was on the bank of Radha Kunda. And when he remembered this pastime, he began to weep very loudly, Ha Radhike, Ha Radhike. So here in the shloka, he is addressing Radhika, O Varoru. You know that word? Varoru? Vara Uru. Varoru. Varoru means beautiful thighs. He also prays like that at the end of Vilapa-kusumanjali. He uses the word Varoru. O you with beautiful thighs. Why is he using that term? Why is he addressing Radhika O Varoru? Because Radhika's thighs are so beautiful, like a pillar which cannot be moved, so that even an elephant, a mad elephant also, can be tied there. Here Krishna is a mad elephant, not an ordinary Karindra, but Karindra Raj, that king of all mad elephants. He is the king of the elephants, but yet he can be tied to these two pillars. They are also Bandha Rajo, meaning the ropes of Kamadev. And they can bind him so he cannot move here and there. Radhika's thighs are so beautiful. Don't we sing about that in the Radhakripa Kataksha, Stavaraj? Yes. All parts of her body are beautifully described in that poetry. So Radhika's thighs are so beautiful that when Krishna's eyes come upon these, he is tied. He cannot move an inch. And therefore Raghunath Das Goswami is using the word Varoru. Every part of Radhika's body is so beautiful. So Raghunath Das Goswami describes them all. Oh Varoru, now I don't have your darshan directly, but please be merciful to me, so that even in a dream or a spurti, or after lakhs and lakhs of births, I will be with you. may I become qualified to perform your service, so you mercifully will call me. I want to become so qualified to perform your service that you will mercifully call me. Bring all these things and decorate me. O Varoru, will I ever have the chance that Lalita will call me to do this service for you? And praying like this, Raghunath Das Goswami is weeping. The gopis are giving these ornaments to Srimati Radhika, and she is so pleased to have this. When Radhika sees how beautiful her dancing earrings are, she is thinking that Krishna will see and dance like this. One important point is that the best of all the abharana of Radhika, the best, Gurudev is saying this is one important point, the best of all the abharana, all the decoration and ornaments of Radhika, is to hear Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, and Krishna Guna. That's the best.
Wow.
So that ends Srila Gurudev's commentary for this verse 27. And we'll just take another 5 minutes because we started late today. And we'll read verse 28. Ya te kanshulir atra sundari maya vaksho jayor arpita shyama chadana kamyaya kila nasa satyeti vigyayatam kintu swamini Krishna eva sahasa tattam avapya swayam panebhyo pyadikam swakam nidhi yugam sango payatyevahi. O Sundari, what does that mean? What does Sundari mean?
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful one. O Sundari, I did not desire that Shyam would not see your breasts when I placed this kanchuli, this bodhis, on them. But, O Swamini, I wanted him to suddenly come himself to cover your jewel-like breasts that are dearer to him than his very life by firmly embracing you. What a sweet shloka. Oh. You know, the Jayadev Goswami song that Gurudev would always have us sing, Shrita Kamala, the first verse. What is being stated by Jayadev Goswami? Shrita Kamala Kucha Mandala Drita Kundalae. You know the meaning? Shrita Kamala Kucha Mandala Drita Kundalae. You know the meaning?
Well, Kundala, we were just talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Kucha is breast?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what does Shrita mean? And Kamala?
A beautiful lotus flower.
No.
Kamala, beautiful flower.
No. I'm not talking about a flower. Shrita, Kamala. Kamala is Radhika. That's one of her names, Kamala. And Shrita, Jayadev Goswami is describing in the very first line, the very first words of the entire song. He's saying, Kucha, Shrita Kamala Kucha, Mandala, Drita Kundala E. What is the next line again? Kalita Lalita Vanamala. Kalita Lalita Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So that means, oh you, he's addressing Krishna. as the one who takes complete shrita. Shrita means ashrita. Ashrita means what? Shelter. Krishna takes complete shelter of Kamala Kucha. Means Srimati Radhika's breasts. So, although in the mundane sense, that attraction is full of very imperfect and very degraded attraction. But in the realm of Radha and Krishna's loving affairs, this is very, very important. So Srimati Radhika's lotus breasts are the shelter of Krishna. And how many times have we heard that already in this Vilapa-kusumanjali? How the manjaris are pointing this out. So this verse 28 that we'll read tomorrow, Krishna Kanchuli. If Raghunath Das Goswami was in external sense, he could not have written this. And if he was not in external sense, it means he was in Manjari Bhav, with no bodily conception. If a person is not Tadatma in Krishna Bhav, and has the material bodily conception of life, he has no qualification to read or hear these things. And now they are ready to give Srimati Radhika her Kanchuli, her bodhis. And they give the Kanchuli so that Krishna will not see her breasts. But actually this is not the fact. It is outwardly. This Kanchuli is so beautiful that Krishna will look at it and then also see her breasts. So it is not for Shyama Chadana Kamyaya, that Krishna may not look there, but it is Satyeti Vigyayatam. Really, it is the truth. The truth is that it is to take the eyes of Krishna there. Her Kanchuli is black and so glittering. Why black? The color of the Kanchuli and Krishna is the same. So Srimati Radhika thinks that no one can touch her other than this. So she always thinks that Krishna has touched her and covered her breasts. So with this mood, Srimati Radhika wears that Kanchuli, not to cover Krishna's sight, but that his eyes will be drawn there. That's a little portion. So tomorrow we'll read the commentary of that shloka, shloka 28, and we will probably go on to shloka 29 also. So much is coming. Wow. Shri Vilapa-kusumanjali ki jai. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pada ki jai. Srimati Radhika ki jai. Jai Mad Elephant Shri Krishna ki jai. The Prince of Braj ki jai. All glories to the Sakis ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe, Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe,
Jaya Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe, Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe,
Jaya Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe, Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe,
Jaya
Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe, Kanumana Mohini Radhe, Jaya Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe. Jaya Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe, Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe,
Jaya Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe, Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe,
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna,
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna,
Jaya Sachi Nandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachi Nandan, Jaya Gaura Hari,
Jaya Sachinanda, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Sachinanda, Jaya Gaura Hari,
Gaura He, 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 Nitai 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 Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura
Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Jiyo Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Jiyo Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Vrindavan Vasis Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Om. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satya Vachai Namo Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. How else could we have such a discussion unless there were suitable persons to hear?
I was thinking, when Gurudev was speaking